balance trainers was one of those curiosities for me when I started looking into getting home gym equipment. Now, when I was going to the gym back in 2019, 2020, before they closed down, my gym had a Bosu balance trainer, and Walmart has Bosu balance trainers, and Amazon has Bosu balance trainers, and a whole bunch of imitation balance trainers, and Academy Sports and Dick's and all those sell those things. And I never really used one, but I was like, what is this all about? And you see the ads for them, and I was like, well, maybe I might like it, who knows? Then I also stumbled across the Terra-Core, and I was like, that is a similar device, but it looks more useful, and it does a whole lot more, though it is a bit more expensive, and of course it was sold out. But it was about the same time that I noticed that on Kickstarter, that same company decided to come out with a new product called the Terra-Glide, which was a shorter version, but it had pop-out handles, and it had wheels that, hence the name Glide, because you could glide around on various types of surfaces, except for concrete, by the way. Don't roll it over concrete. And I was like, okay, I'll invest in that because it's a good price. And I'll just see what that's all about. And so about a year later, it finally arrived at my house, and it's been there ever since. Now you can see me doing a little bit of stuff on it in a B-roll from a video about cardio that I did a while back. But I've had it for a little while, and so I decided it's probably time that I get around to review it. And collecting information for this review, I went and checked out their website, and I saw some interesting things about the website, so check that out. So here's a fun thing about the Terra-Glide website. See, its price is $199, and you can, I guess, pay for payments through Shop Pay or whatever, but if you add that to cart, and say, oh, I don't want to add all those things. So you just click continue, and you go to checkout. And you can see that it's $199. Go back to your cart, remove that, and we'll start over. Add to cart, add all of these things, all these, the two bands, a knee pad, and a storage hook. You got that. $249.88. Click checkout. $249.88. Okay. Then you go back, clear all that out. And this is where it gets interesting. Anyway, you scroll down and you see the specs of the thing. It's 19 pounds, 24 by 15.7. Maximum weight, 500 pounds, but recommends only 250 pounds. Wow, okay. You see here, you have the Terra-Glide plus the bands, the two bands, the knee pad or headrest or whatever, and the storage hook. All of that is $124.94. Now you unclick all of these things except for the Terra-Glide, and it's $199. Click that, it goes up to $208. Click that, it goes up to $221. Click that, it goes to $236. Click the last one, and you can get all 5 of those things for only $124.94. Unclick anything, and the price shoots back up. That's just weird. Now, if you select Add to Cart, it's got all 5 items in the cart, and we're back to the $249.88. But if you go to Checkout, they insert the code for you that knocks it back down to $124.94. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the website before you chunk anything into your cart. Go click that where you can select all 5 of the things, and then it'll show $249, but then when you go to your cart, it will automatically insert that. But it won't do that if you click the $199 and then you add that in that pop-up window that showed up. You have to do it like I just showed you, and you can get all 5 of those things for $124. Anyway, I just thought that was weird. and makes no sense. But that's probably fair for all of this stuff if this is the kind of thing you want to get. So curiously, you can get all of that stuff for just a little bit more than what I paid for their introductory price, and certainly less than the $199. But balance training, I have come to discover, was really not my thing. That's to say nothing for or against balance trainers in general, or this product in particular. It's a decent product. It's really cleverly designed. It's got a lot of features to it. It's held up rather well, even though I haven't used it a lot. I have used it as a bench. I've inflated that thing as much as I can to make it as stable as possible, to use it as like a workbench for various exercises and stuff. But I was like, well, you can get an ab roller for, under $10, and you can get a wobble board from Five Below for like $8 if you just want to practice balancing. But as far as like squats and people doing various balancing acts with dumbbells and whatever else, that just didn't make any sense to the way that I train. Now, if you're into like high intensity interval training and you're trying to burn a lot of fat and you want to do a whole lot of stuff, or if you want to work your stabilizer muscles, whatever that means, it's just, if you want to work a whole lot more of your body to stabilize itself, a whole lot of muscles at once, but not actually taxing them at any to stimulate much of an adaptation, is really what that's about, because a stabilizer muscle is kind of a misnomer. But so it's not for muscle growth, not that effective. For increasing strength, there are better ways to do that as well with stable surfaces. So it's just not really in my wheelhouse. But I went through some of the Terra-Core and then some of the Terra-Glide type workouts, and they're exhausting and it'll make you tired, for sure. So if you wanted to burn a lot of calories and do a lot of stuff like that, hey, this thing is, and people have a lot of fun, because not everyone's into the same thing in fitness. Not everyone's into powerlifting, and not everyone's into muscle building and not bodybuilding, and not everyone's into, strength training or whatever. Not everyone's into calisthenics skills. So, there's different things for different people. So when I say that this is not really for me, doesn't mean it's not for anyone. This is just not my cup of tea. And I'm sure that somebody can show some study somewhere that says, no, this is really going to benefit and help all of this other stuff about strength and stabilizer muscles, whatever that means. But just for me, it just didn't, I just didn't click with it. So you can do a lot of various exercises with it. You can do, like I said, you can stand on it and do squats. You can do weighted squats. You can use resistance bands with this thing and do various resistance band exercises that you can anchor to it, even though a door anchor is like under $10. You can do all kinds of things with it. It's just not the kinds of things that I particularly care for doing. So the Terra-Glide is not for me, but that is not to say that it isn't for anyone. Because if I were into balance training and thought that this is something I have to have in my life, and it's something that I enjoy, and it provides all of these benefits that I'm aware of in my own body, which I never noticed, then I would rather get this than one of those Bosu things. And I like Bosu products. I've reviewed the Hydro Balls and the Surge 60. So nothing against Bosu, but one of my things is, if you're going to get home gym equipment, you need for your equipment to do as much as possible. And this seems to do more and varied things than, the Bosu thing, balance trainer, that's just half an exercise ball, which you can also get for $5 at Five Below. But anyway, just, not my thing, but surely it's for someone. And this is, and I've never used a Terra-Core, the thing that has no wheels and it's a little bit longer, but a lot of people enjoy that product too. So if I were into these things, I would definitely get one of those before I would get the Bosu thing. But, just if that's for you, I looked into it. I gave it a shot. Just didn't see, where this is any benefit to the kind of training that I get interested in. If I want to balance on something, again, I have an $8 wobble board that I can sit there and try to balance on one leg with and see how well I can do. So if you found this video helpful, click the like button. If you didn't find this helpful at all, or you just hated this video, click the dislike button. Express your displeasure. Either way, I don't care. Leave a comment for the algorithm, I suppose. Tell me why I need to not be so distant and closed off from balance training, and maybe help me out, even though I've probably went through about a dozen of the workouts that made me tired more than anything else. But tell me why I'm wrong if you want to. If you want to support what we're doing on this channel so you can hear my thoughts about various products, all the money from the Patreon account gets reinvested so that I can continue to bring new products that if you're looking into getting into fitness and you want to do it from home or anywhere you like, because most people with gym memberships don't go often. I have a whole video on that as well. Then I use that money to buy products and things like that so that I can review and tell you what I think. Not that anyone should care what I think, but you also get on the Patreon, which is at patreon.com/theologygeekfitness, is exercise videos featuring the equipment that I do like to use. And right now we're in the month of September, I'm doing my Patreon gear giveaway where I'm giving away things that I either liked or didn't like. But I'm not using for my training. So for 2.5 years, I've been accumulating gear, and a lot of that's thanks to the generosity of the patrons. And so now I'm just like, name it and claim it. If you watch the video in the feed for $10 and above patrons, and you see something you like, still got stuff. Is nobody still claimed the TRX Elite? I mean, surely you can get like some money on the secondhand market for that if you don't even want to use it. I don't care. I'm not going to hunt you down. And I mean, I'd like for people to take things that they think they'd use, but how would I know? So, consider becoming a patron and watch the exercise videos. You can follow along. There's no audio and all of that. You can listen to whatever podcasts or music you like to and just kind of follow along with the workout. And there you go. Patreon.com/theologygeekfitness. I appreciate you watching this video. See you in the next one. God bless.